What's happening, guys? Mike Andrilla, and just finished up the class. Popham College, we had massive classes, 200 people plus. Manny's about to start up class, and I wanted to make it a little bit easier for you if it's your first class and you're a little confused and you're nervous to get in here. So I want to go over the basics and get you comfortable with the strikes. So take this off. Easiest thing you could do is stay loose and relaxed throughout the class. The more tense you are, the stressed you are, the tighter you are, the less information you're going to be able to absorb, and that's probably true about any aspect of your life. You have to be loose, receptive to the information. Anybody can do these moves. It is quite simple. You don't need to be an expert athlete. You don't even have to know it that well. You can just modify it based on your skill level. So what we want to do is start out with the jab cross, and I'll just show you that. We'll do this in installments. So jab cross is a full body strike. That's the key. And don't get it confused when you're talking about, you might be at, no offense, any other gyms, or if you've been trained in boxing, you might stand differently than if you've been trained in Muay Thai, if you've been trained in karate or Taekwondo. So what happens is you have a lot of people out there saying that their jab cross is the correct way to do it, and it's not true. Every different style has its, it depends on the rules and what you're trying to do. If your goal is to burn calories and get better condition and get your striking power up, you might do one way. If your condition is to win competitions, you might do another way. So general rule of thumb, jab cross, we can all agree on. Let's see what we can agree on. They're straight, long punches, right? Your jab, you kind of use it as a probing strike from the chin back to your chin, moving your head, moving your hands. You want to strike strictly with these two knuckles, right? The lead two knuckles. This part of your hand and that part of your hand bruises easily. When you got big boxing gloves on, it really doesn't matter. You have so much protection. When you have little MMA gloves, you got to really line up the bones. The lead two knuckles, right, are going to hit through the wrist, up through the shoulder, so you're not flat. You're tilted in a little bit. Jab, it's a long punch from the chin back to your chin. I can't really show you the feet here, but you're going to step forward. Jab. You got that forward stance. A quick key tip, when you're throwing your jab, you might as well step forward. Hey, hold on, let me rep right here. That's the embroidery style. Jab, long punch from the chin back to your chin. Step into the side. Usually step to the side, it gives you better positioning, and it helps allow you to follow up other strikes. Sometimes you step backwards on the jab, sometimes you step forward, but mainly you step to the side, to be quite honest. A lot of people miss that because they're training people in small gyms, in tight spaces, and they can't allow them to slide. But you should get in the habit of jabbing and sliding out to the side. That way you're set up for your cross. You can twist, push off your back foot. So your cross. So you're going to step in, twist, explode off the back foot. Use your back foot on the cross. Don't just twist. In the beginning you just twist because you don't really feel the muscles. It's in bodybuilding, and this is what I've taken from it, to do a lot of posing, and what it does is, and lifting, it does a lot of connecting the mind to the muscle. So you're able to trigger those muscles more effectively, and that's why I do static stretching in the beginning of the class, because you're emphasizing in your brain the calf, the hamstring, the butt. So your cross, you're stepping and twisting, exploding off your back foot. Your butt, your hamstrings and quads have to contract. The energy shot up into the hip. The hip explodes that energy through your abs, your obliques. Your shoulder explodes the energy a bit more. So you got a jab cross. Obviously, it's tough to show you until you get in here, so just know that I'm going to explain it from the simplest form possible, and that is probably my biggest key. Of course, I'm not Chuck Liddell, I'm not Anderson Silva, but I doubt that they could explain the technique in detail the way you need to hear it. And the only reason why I can do it is because of Venuto and 16 years in here and just doing 4 or 5 classes a day and just constantly thinking about it, and doing the audio class and doing the video class, and taking people just from absolute beginners. There's no way. I handle more beginners and even advanced intermediate than anybody has ever handled. So I see a common flaw. I know it in 2 seconds what your problem is, and I can solve it. So come on into class. Let's make this happen. If you're coming to class now, or you're doing your workouts now, and you're not losing body fat, it's definitely what you're eating. It's very difficult to lose body fat strictly from the workout. Extremely difficult. So if you're having any problems with that, you have to hit me up, email me at Mike@Club KO Gyms or Mike@CKO Trainer, or hit me up on Facebook, because not Thanksgiving, the weekend after, we need to all get together and I need to get you on the same page, because I feel bad when I see you working your heart out and you're not losing body fat. And it's very simple when you start learning the science behind it. Besides that, guys, I know if I keep recording this, it's going to be too big of a file. So peace. Have a great weekend. It's great to talk, everybody. Later.